Hey guys, I think I'm live. Well, at least I am alive, but I think that my broadcasting is also live. But I'm the only one here. Oh my goodness, I hear somebody. Red Blaze, wow, that's great. Now we are a show with two. We're like a legit show now. We could just, all right, we're good.
Almost.
Mr. Nikon, welcome back. That is not something you're going to use to do unholy things to me because I screwed this up so bad, is it?
Not really.
Oh my goodness, one of you guys has a sword. The
Yeah.
other guy has this weird like orange rod thing. I'm like seriously concerned for myself.
Hey God, wait a second.
I've got Arnold Palmer on a stick.
All right, that's definitely something I don't want to encounter in a dark alley. Fighter Pilot 562. Do you read? All right, I'm not able to hear him for some reason. But he is with us in spirit.
He's on radio silence.
He is radio silence.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Red.
I don't know what's going on with mine, but I think it's working now.
Welcome back, Fighter Pilot. You broke the radio silence.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I've had a couple pretty cool threads this week on the forum. Specifically, we had a forum poster who asked whether or not we were ever ashamed to be gamers. He was coming from the standpoint of, have you ever seen gamers act in a way that was so embarrassing that you just didn't want to be associated with that aspect of being a gamer? And I thought it was a really interesting question. There's definitely some stereotypes out there. You know, we all just are fat and we sit at home in our basement. You know, so yeah, I was just curious as what your guys' thoughts were. I voiced my opinion. I try not to get too caught up with how other people behave being a reflection on me. I try to make it clear that my actions and my behaviors shouldn't reflect groups of people either. I have my own opinions and I have my own, strengths and weaknesses. Doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else that happens to like Mario Brothers has those same strengths and weaknesses. But what are your thoughts on that topic?
What's the
I
question?
don't know. I don't really think that there's anything that I can add to that.
No? So, Mr. Knight,
no,
have you ever been ashamed? Anybody ever brought you to shame for, like, oh, please don't associate me with that?
Not really, not me.
So, well, this is kind of a test because, this show was, like, going to do that. So, I think the first half hour is me, like, talking about how I don't know how to use Google+. And yet, you all still logged in after a half hour of that. So, all right.
Yeah.
What about you, Fighter Pilot? Ever been ashamed because of other people?
Not really. Like when people say, "Oh, you collect old video games," I really don't care what they think. That's just me. Like, oh, that's for nerds, or you should go out and club. I'm like, clubbing doesn't interest me. You can go do that, but I'd rather collect old school video games.
Yeah, I kind of that was another thread. It wasn't posted this week, but it was actually posted, I think, a week or two ago. What was really interesting, I thought, was somebody posted something about this generation and what we thought of the current generation of consoles. And I guess I don't know. I still consider myself a gamer, definitely, and anybody that's seen my living room can testify. It's like it's where video games go to live. But I just can't get into the new generation. I don't know what it is. Maybe my my gamer gene is broken, but I just can't get into Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It's just not doing it for me.
Yeah, for the most part.
Lack of good games. Go ahead.
For the most part, for me, it's been the Wii U that I've been playing the most.
Yeah, actually, I've got a lot of mileage out of my Wii U as well. I really did. I left that one out. Oversight, but I'm definitely digging the Wii U. Fighter Pilot, you were going to say?
Actually, I've been playing PS4 a lot. I don't know if you guys know this. The DLC for the Heist comes out next week for GTA 5. So,
Okay.
To that.
So what are your like what drew you to the PS4? What made you make the jump this early? The library's kind of small, that kind of thing. I know.
It was a Black Friday sale. I had to jump on it. It was GTA 5 and The Last of Us. I had to do it.
Yeah, for me, it was Infamous. That was the big one for me. And I got it off my friend for like $100 less.
You're talking Second Son?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one really tempted me, but it wasn't. Once it's hit the bargain bin, and the consoles dropped about $100, that'll probably be one of my first pickups for the PS4. That and the second pickup will probably be Tomb Raider Remastered, or what do they call it? Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it's mainly also been Guilty Gear as of late and Samurai Warriors.
Nice. By the way, for anybody that was watching in the first half hour where I was the idiot that didn't know how to use Google Plus, I now have confirmation. The pronunciation of his username is DevIn, or maybe it's Dev-in. I'm not sure. I think he was trying to break it up by like the syllable.
I think he's trying to break it up.
Yeah, but you'll always be Dev-in to me. So, if you're still watching, you're a trooper. Thanks for continuing to watch. The first time is usually the roughest, so that's what she said. Any female viewers that I just offended with that remark? It was all Mr. Nikon. He told me to say it. He like wrote it in the chat window, and I'm like, no, I can't say that. That's like insulting. And he's like, dude, just say it. So it's his fault. It's not me. I'm just a pawn.
I did nothing of the sort. I did nothing.
You guys having good pickups this week?
I picked some stuff. I picked some stuff up today, actually.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I got a Sega Genesis, the original one, Goodwill, $4.99.
Nice.
Also, original PlayStation, $4.99.
Nice.
And what's this? Spyro Hero's Tale.
Oh, okay.
$3.99. Couple punk records. And Atari Video Olympics and Monkey Shines for the Odyssey 2. So.
Nice. My pickups this week were kind of lame. Well, not lame, but nothing spectacular. Not compared to Flea. I think the Flea picked up 8 copies of Earthbound for $1. A copy of, Legend of the Mystical Ninja for like 50 cents. It
doesn't matter how good you do, the Flea will beat you.
Oh yeah. There was one week I had this giant pickup. I'd gotten like tons of games that I thought were just like spectacular across like all these systems, and I was so excited. And it took me like half an hour to like just write the post and everything. And I push it, and then the Flea's like, bam! That was like one of the ones where he's like, found 2 copies of Earthbound today for $1. I'm like, I want to die. But I just replied, nice pickup.
I would love to see his game.
There was a few times where I would write down my pickups, it looked good, and where then all of a sudden the Flea comes and just the post right after make me look ashamed.
Yeah. He's a great guy though. He's anybody that is interacting with him, super great guy. He had for a while. I encourage folks that aren't aware of it, that maybe have just recently joined VG Collect. I encourage them to search for Fireside Chats. The Flea did a series of Fireside Chats where he talked about old retro game systems, and it was really, really interesting. Some of the history behind these systems and his personal history with some of these systems. So the guy is a font of not just hard-to-find games, but also of knowledge. So really great guy.
Yeah, also definitely check out the pictures that he put of his game room.
Oh God, I was jealous when I saw that.
Yeah,
He's got those lock boxes and all that.
oh my goodness.
It's like
Like,
4 months later.
Anyways, to get back on topic of pickups.
Devin just actually said that I was 100. Well, he just said, I think, like 20 minutes ago, because I'm a jackass and haven't been reading the comments. But he said I'm 100% correct. Destiny blows.
Works for me.
So nice, awesome. Okay.
But yeah, anyways, pickups, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
All right. I know somebody was asking about this in the chat.
Oh, Kirby.
oh
The
yeah.
Kirby and Rainbow Curse. So I'm gonna put this in later and play it.
nice.
And I'll also picked up another Sonic Amiibo and Mega Man.
Nice.
Nice.
And I have a Link Figma on order.
Yeah, my two pickups
That's it
were
for me.
I got Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black, both for the original Xbox, or the Xbox 180, as I like to call it. And I picked up a 3DO light gun, which I actually got a really decent deal on eBay. I found the secret with eBay is to just be patient.
Yeah.
No, secret for me is not to use it.
Yeah, with the gun in particular, I was seeing lots of people selling the 3DO light gun for like $100. Totally not worth it. I lost a bidding war actually for one, for about, when you included shipping, it was going to be like $75. I didn't want to pay $75 for a plastic gun. So I just waited. Sure enough, somebody posted one on, like, he had like 6 of them, and he posted them like, you know, one of those best offer type deals. And so I ended up buying that one, and I think I got it, like, all told, like $50, $55, which is okay. I'm comfortable with paying what something cost back when it was new, as long as it's in good shape still now and it works. I'm less comfortable with paying 2 to 3 times for something just because, you know, it's old.
PackPick has a question for us.
Okay, what's his question?
What is the panel's opinion on Tootsie Rolls?
The panel's opinion on Tootsie Rolls. Well, I
They
have
hurt
to
my
say,
teeth.
personally, I think Tootsie Rolls are like the equivalent of like candy gold.
I love them. They make them right here in Chicago, so I've gone past the factory so many times.
Does the
So-
air ever smell like Tootsie Rolls?
When you go past her, yes, but I'm way up on the north side, so I'm pretty far away from there. So
Oh, I got you. Do you ever like just go outside and you're just like,
I used to when I was little because my parents' house there was a food flavoring plant and they made butterscotch flavoring, so you'd smell butterscotch during the summer sometimes.
oh, that's great. Yeah, when I lived in, I used to live on the East Coast. I live in Central New York, and I lived in a place called Oswego, and there was a Hershey chocolate factory. Or no, I'm sorry, heresy. There was a Nestle chocolate factory, like 10 miles away from where I lived, and when the wind would blow in the right direction, you could go outside and you could just smell chocolate. It was great.
That's awesome.
It was really
Nice.
great. But I was always kind of worried that, like, you know, what if it was like, you guys have heard of popcorn lung, right?
No.
People that
No.
work in popcorn factories, the butter, I guess, the synthetic butter or whatever that they use can, like, stick to your lungs and, like, dissolve them.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's, like, pretty
Okay.
heinous. So I was always just a little bit worried. Like, I'd go outside and be like, oh, my goodness, am I going to get the chocolate lung? But
What's the black lung?
the black lung is just lined with, like,
Chocolate.
you know, a quarter-inch of chocolate. What a way to go.
I think sometimes I get to smell the
Yeah.
Mars factory every now and then.
Wow, you got the Mars factory. You got like Tootsie Roll. Like, what don't you have where you live?
You have a Marco Bros near you?
Don't have the
All I
stock
got
yet
is-
anymore. Those are long gone.
Drug use where you live must be at like an all-time low. I mean, why shell out money for like pot or crack cocaine when you can just go outside and like, inhale Tootsie Rolls and chocolate?
It's Chicago, so there's everything going on here. But,
All right. I don't believe that Red Blaze has weighed in on Tootsie Rolls.
I'll make the Clerks 2 reference saying that they're the Kmart of the candy aisle.
The Kmart of the candy aisle. That's it. You are officially uninvited. Drop.
Hey, did you ever watch Clerks 2?
All right. What about
Yeah.
Fighter Pilot? What's your opinion?
On Tootsie Rolls, they hurt my teeth, so I don't really eat them because they stick to my molars and bug the shit on me.
Ah, okay. Did you say they stick to your molars and bug shit on you?
No, bug the crap out of me, bug me.
Oh, they
Yeah.
bug the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I was like, that's such a weird tangent. Like, Tootsie Rolls stick to my teeth. By the way, bug shit on me. Like, what?
all that extra sugar getting on your molars, the bugs just go up to you and they just start shitting on you.
Well, I did notice that we're going over the original time by about 6 minutes. That said, I know that we kind of started late, so when do you guys want to end tonight's? We can end it now. We can end it in.
10 o'clock sounds good.
You
I'm good.
guys just want to go straight to 10?
I can do it.
I don't know, what time would that be around here?
That would be roughly 24 minutes from now.
All right.
Sounds good.
So apparently, also when you select a broadcast time for your live hangout, it apparently means nothing because I was expecting like there'd be like a hard cut or something where suddenly we'd be live and then we're not broadcasting. But it must just be for the invite because it looks like it lets you go as long as you want until you hit stop broadcast.
Yeah, it's to give people an estimate.
So that's pretty good because I think sometimes when we go to have guests on the show and everything, generally what we should try to do is for the normal show, we should have, I think, a dedicated agenda of what we plan to go through and roughly how much time we're willing to spend in each area before we jump to the next. If we don't get to every area, not the end of the world, but generally speaking, today being the exception, we should try to end the normal shows, I think, on time. But where it might get difficult is when we have special guests. If we have a guest come on, like somebody that's in a band or somebody that works with like a video game company or whatever, and we're doing an interview and folks are really digging it, I don't want to cut them short, So I think we can be flexible when we have like special guests and everything. But for the other ones, try to stick to the time. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a good idea. Keep it consistent, unless we have a guest.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
when we
it's-
have Turf on, for example, we're probably going to need to plan on that one being about 5 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could ask him to give us a brief summary of his entire NES game collection. And 5 hours might be enough.
And the plate for him.
Has anybody watched that, by the way? His NES complete NES collection coverage.
No, not yet. I'll check it out though.
I
I have not.
It's
I
pretty
had
cool.
watched it.
Check it out.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's he definitely gave me a few that I was like, oh wow, I didn't know about the game or I'd forgotten about it, and then I went back and added it to my wish list. So I kind of like it, but at the same time I don't because my wish list is like almost down to 0, and then I watch another episode of his complete NES review and suddenly like there's like 10 more things on my wish list. So thank you, Turf. I hate you. It's all good. It's all good. I really dig the folks on VG Collect that are being creative and stuff. Who participated in the Secret Santa?
I didn't because I don't have a job right now.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, so
Ah,
I was off the
Yeah.
site for a few months.
Yeah, I was a part of it.
I remember you did a video of opening up some stuff.
Yeah. I also remember your video.
So
What you
yeah,
did,
it's
yeah.
kind of hard to miss the bald guy in the Santa hat, right?
And the whole Tiki Terse intro.
Who here saw my Christmas video last year? Well, I guess not last Christmas, but last July.
The
No.
Retron one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who voted against me?
I don't know.
Out of my hangout, out of my hangout, out of my hangout, out of my hangout. All right, so we covered the opinion on Tootsie Rolls, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we had officially it was split, right? The panel was actually split. Like two of us think that they're pretty decent, and then the other two are like they think they're like the bane of the existence.
I didn't say
I
it's
didn't-
bad. I just say it hurts my teeth.
I didn't say anything about that.
You said they were like the Kmart of candies or something. So either you're super complimenting Kmart or you're super insulting Tootsie Rolls.
You got a point.
Like I said, I was making a Clerks reference. That's all.
Ah, okay. All right. I got it.
The whole GoBots.
All right. I will assume then that it means that you were giving Kmart a compliment.
So how do you
I
guys
don't know.
feel-
There's no Kmarts around me.
No Kmarts. All right. So we had some really good back on the topic of what to do with the show and stuff. We had some really good ideas from folks in the forums about stuff that they were they were looking to see that we could cover. And one of the things I wanted to throw out there is rather than try to fit everything into the show schedule or try to throw away some stuff, I was curious as to what you guys thought about maybe we have different formulas that we just kind of rotate through. I mean, generally, obviously, beginning, middle, end. But what happens in the middle, like whether we do a top 10 or whether we do like game coverage or something like that, I was thinking we could kind of like make different templates that incorporate people's different ideas, and we could actually just rotate through them all. So it's not like every week like a top 10 that we have to come up with or something like that, or an interview.
Yeah.
All right, be right back in 1 second.
All right. So that way we could kind of keep the content fresh, but incorporate a lot of people's really good ideas.
Sounds like a good idea.
So, Mr. Nikon, I see that you're almost out of beer.
Yeah, my last beer.
Shit, I knew I forgot something.
See, I'm kind of screwed. I'm a Mormon, so I don't have to drink. So I have to do all this crap sober. Yeah. So, like most people would do, they do the first half hour of fail, like totally drunk, and then the next morning they'd look at it and go, "Oh my goodness, what a jackass!" Right? Me, I have to realize I'm a jackass the entire way through because I'm dead sober.
Yeah, and I'm trying to just be a little bit more healthy with stuff, so then make it drinks for me.
Okay, I was like, before I read the label, I'm like, wow, he's like drinking Pepto-Bismol? All right. That's got to be like the biggest marketing mistake ever of all time, by the way, to make a beverage that actually looks like a container of Pepto-Bismol.
Let me see it.
I would totally believe the one on the right was Pepto.
Yeah, I can see this.
I should be able to share my screen. And have any of you guys seen Super Mario Crossover?
No.
Yeah, that game where it's got like all the other 8-bit game characters.
I'm going to load that game up, and I'm going to see if I can actually stream any of that. Because that Fighter Pilot, I think you were the one that mentioned the Flash games, like crappy Flash games. This is definitely a not crappy Flash game.
Yeah, I've played it before. It's pretty good. Haven't played it in years, though.
So, can you guys see my Super Mario?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, I've got Super Mario, and I don't know if you guys have seen this. Well, hang on a sec. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, the NES 30. It was released on the 30th anniversary of the Nintendo Entertainment System. It is a USB and Bluetooth wireless controller.
That's awesome. I didn't get that.
Nice.
Nice.
It is absolutely amazing, and this game is perfect with this controller. You should be able to see my game now.
I see it.
What's really cool about this is that you can change the maps to anything that you want. You can change the difficulty. They've got different power-up modes.
Now you got the difficult now on hard.
You can choose all these different characters, so you can actually play Super Mario Brothers as Link, Samus Aran, Jason and Sophia from Blaster Master. You be Ryu Hayabusa, Bill Reiser from Contra. You can even be Mega Man.
I say play as Link. That's my favorite character.
Play as Link. All right.
Yes.
Let's see. All right. Which Link? I will pick classic Link.
Yeah, that's a good classic. That's awesome.
Ah.
There you go. Defeated first Goomba. Challenge over.
Really cool is you can actually. Oh,
Okay.
the downward thrust in this is awesome. Unless, oh, I can't believe I just died. All right. The only rule is if I'm playing, you guys have to make fun of me.
Okay.
So we just established that I suck playing the game as Link. I'm gonna try Sophia from Blaster Master because I really like that game.
It's kind of cheating with the guns. Now I can't beat it without using your gun?
What are you doing, dog? Get down.
What I like about this is you can actually use the Sophia to blast around, and they actually implemented the power-up. So like you notice, I can actually, like in real Blaster Master,
That's awesome.
I can actually hover. So it's pretty darn cool. They implemented the entire Mario Brothers in that game.
That's interesting.
So anyway, anybody that has not checked out Super Mario Crossover, you absolutely have to. When you go into level 1, 2, and you play as Bill Reiser, and you have the spread machine gun, and you just start taking out like every brick you can possibly see, there's just something right about that. I can't explain it.
All right, just one thing that I noticed is that whenever we talk, it'll switch over, so it won't just stay on your screen. So if you're going to do something like that, probably find a way to lock it onto your screen for that.
Well, one of the things that I'm wondering is I noticed down here in the bottom, I'm not sure if other people can do it or if it's just us, but you can actually click on a particular screen, and it will jump you to that user exclusively. So I could actually try that on my phone. Maybe I'm the only one that can do that, because maybe I'm awesome.
You're the host.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've actually just got like one person up, and apparently the only person who will show is red on my screen.
All right, so right now, for example, I'm only seeing me even though you were talking. Does everyone else only seeing me even while you're talking?
I'm checking right now on the video feed.
As far as I know, no, because I've just been watching the stream the whole time, and it's not doing that.
Okay, Mr. Nikon, what do you see, cameraman?
I see you right now.
Must be a slight delay.
Yeah, and it's changing around to whoever's talking right now. So whoever's talking, they
It is
pop
changing
up.
around to whoever's talking. Okay,
Yeah.
so this must just be a way for me to look at myself. So
Actually, now that I'm seeing it, it's just locked onto you.
Yeah. Stop moving
Is it?
now. Yeah.
Okay, so now if I do the lock on to me, and then I do the screen share, and I'm just going to screen share just for the heck of it my VG Collect. And if you guys talk and stuff, does it still show my VG Collect, or does it show other? Does it jump away?
Yeah.
Still locked on you.
It's changing for me when someone else starts talking. So.
Okay.
It's hard to tell what's the delay.
Interesting.
From my house.
T. Pugmire unfortunately was not able to figure out how to come in. We're gonna have to figure out a way to resolve that next time. But I think the ultimately what we can do is we can set up a specific channel just for doing these, and then as long as one of us has a login to that channel, we can fire it up and go live with it. I know there were some folks on the East Coast too that really wanted to participate, but the time's just too late for them, which is totally understandable. I think the best solution to that and the best way to help work within everybody's schedule is to just have it be... What in the world is going on over there?
I was trying to show that it's completely black outside.
Oh, I thought you were like trying to cover your face for some weird ritual or something.
All right, so you guys know we have 6 minutes.
Yep. So, but I was just saying, it might be easier on everybody if there's an East Coast / West Coast version of it.
Yeah, I think that I suggested that we make a YouTube for this.
So now you're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Right. So since we've kind of bumbled our way, I kind of bumbled my way through it. One of the things that we could do is we could try to set up this weekend. We could set up an account just for the show, and then if you want to try to help the folks out on the East Coast with getting something going with that.
Yeah, East Coast should plan this week.
Yeah, I actually have a webcam coming tomorrow, so hopefully I'll actually be able to use my computer for that.
Cool. Awesome. And then obviously, I mean, if they need help, I can try to help them out, but I'm going to be, unfortunately, reasonable East Coast time is prime me at work or me sitting in traffic time out here in California. So earlier times I'm not going to be able to do.
Yeah. And I'm
All right, they're saying it's locking onto you, Dash.
What was that?
They're saying the screen is locking onto you.
Is it?
Yeah, in the chat. That's what they're in the.
Right now I see. Right now I see Red Blaze. I got eyes only for him.
Okay.
So, well, we still definitely have some kinks to work out and everything, but it definitely looks like when this thing works, it's pretty sweet.
So we want to set up the next day, like on Tuesday, like another test run.
Yeah, we could do a test. You're talking an East Coast test run on Tuesday, or
West Coast? Like make sure we got it down pat.
Oh yeah, we could definitely. I want to have at least one where we start in on time. We go through an actual we do a dry run of actual content and that sort of thing before we start fully,
Make it official.
Make it official, put it out there. One thing we do have to mention as we're winding down, we do a lot of mentions of VG Collect and that kind of thing. We are not officially associated with VG Collect in terms of we don't represent the admins of the site. We don't represent VG Collect itself. We're simply a group of folks from VG Collect and other video game collection sites that really enjoy the community, and we want to be able to share some of that community with other folks. So we are fans of VG Collect, but we do not directly represent them.
Yes.
Yes.
So
yeah, sort of the official, unofficial podcast.
We're like the fanboys of VG Collect.
So Dash, next week, what day is best for you to do another run?
Absolutely. Does 8:30 work for folks, or is that?
Yeah, what day? Why not?
You said Tuesday?
Yeah, it was for me.
We could do Tuesday 8:30 to 9:30. That'd be fine with me.
So that'd be 10:30 Central. So that'd be good.
Okay.
All right, so I just wouldn't be able to join.
That's okay. If you could do us a favor and try to coordinate something with East Coasters, that would be really great. Because we want to make sure that we don't leave those folks out, but it's going to be... I'm not, unfortunately, going to be able to be super active on that one.
And I could go.
You know, I know for me, like, Friday's perfect because no work in the morning.
Yeah, try to
Sweet.
set up East Coast on Friday next week.
Yeah, in terms of when we broadcast live, honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about the actual time, mainly because people can always go back, and most people are not going to see us live. They're going to go back and watch it after.
Yeah.
So whatever works for folks to get together, do it, and have fun, I would consider that the more important thing. So I'm probably going to focus mainly on the West Coast piece. If you want to try to honcho up the East Coast thing, that'd be great.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in and being patient through all the technological mumbo-jumbo and mishaps. We're going to shoot again for Tuesday, another tech run, dry run, from 8:30 to 9:30 Pacific.
Yes. And Red Blaze will try to get the East Coast together.
Yes. Awesome. If you want, we could just keep all the technical details in that VGC podcast thread. Let's just keep it going in there so that we don't gum up the works with a dozen
different topics.
Yeah.
And then I could either do East Coast and West Coast, since Central Time is good for both sides of the country.
Yeah.
That would be great. That would be great. Definitely. Anybody that can jump the fence like that, I think, will be helpful. So.
Red Blaze, what's your BGC name again?
Huh?
What's your website name again?
I'm sorry, what are you saying? I'm
What's
having
your,
a little bit of...
Your VG Collect name.
What is it?
Red Blaze 57.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah, I try to keep things universal.
All right, guys. This is time, so I'm going to stop the broadcast. I don't think it'll stop the Hangout, so I don't think you guys will drop off immediately, but I do want to let the other folks know that we appreciate all 5 of you that have been watching. Maybe it's even just us, only counted twice. Thank you very much for watching. The first is the worst, so they're only going to get better from here. So have a good night.